Greetings, family, and welcome to another special message from the Ancient Ones. I hope you can see me. My name is Dr. Mumbi. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms, in your own narrative, in your own story, in your own peace of mind, family, because it's all mental now. We are fully in the mental age, in the Aquarian age, whatever you want to call it. And it's all about whoever has the most control over their minds is going to be the most successful in this season. They're going to be the ones who become the millionaires and the billionaires, because now ideas are the new frequency. Just like the New World Order is creating their ideas of how to enslave the world and how to destroy the planet. You know, there are the new earth angels, the chosen ones, who are getting downloads of ideas of how to restore the planet energetically, how to rise above the Babylon system. So we're not going to be clashing with Babylon like this, family. And that's something our ancient ones want us to know. It's about overcoming. It's about going to a vibration that they can't reach, and that's what they've been trying to stop. They've been trying to stop our elevation, family, to a certain point. Because once we elevate above them, the so-called war is over. The battle for our minds is over. And I think, you know, the ancient ones wanted us to remember that we are the traumatized generation. We are the generation where they perfected the mental trauma as the new form of slavery through their education systems. I mean, I'm sure you've seen those things where they show those memes where they show like a penitentiary or a prison, and they show a school. They'll show you the prison bus and the school bus. Same thing. They'll show you the classroom, you know, the prison, whatever they are, wherever they hang out, and the classroom. Same thing. Boarding school, same vibe. We are the generation where they overstood, understood that the next age would be Aquarian, that the next age would be mental. And so they did everything to create mental barriers, mental obstacles, mental booby traps in our minds, family. And then so many were mishandled and miseducated and wanted to pass that on, you know. They say that the one who is abused will pass the abuse to their child, and so on and so forth. And so many of us are second, third generation trauma. And I think the worst trauma has been the one that's been inflicted on us by our so-called family, our so-called, those ones who are closest to us. They are the ones that have done the most damage. And so the ancient ones want us to remember, family, that it's all about healing your trauma. That is the key to your salvation. That is the key to your liberation. That is the key to your freedom. You can't walk around your trauma. You can't just overlook it. You can't wipe it under the rug. In fact, this is the best season and time to deal with that, family, as Babylon collapses, as a narcissistic reality falls apart. This is the time to release all those, you know, narcissistic brainwashing and indoctrination that have led you to this place of trauma and deep sorrow. Because trauma bonds you to Babylon, to that lower vibration, family. And it blocks you out from moving into a higher state of mind because you just can't. You must release the lower states. It's like that Maslow hierarchy of needs, where they say a hungry man or a homeless man is not able to think about the ideals of reality. Who am I? Why am I here? Any man who is, you know, who doesn't have the 5 basic needs, I think they say food, clothing, money, water, and something else. Like if you don't have, I think it's shelter. Like if you don't have those, you can't even start to even think. It won't even formulate in your mind what this life and what this world is all about. And so for you to hit your highest potential, and not just to even hit your highest potential, family, and be wealthy and be prosperous and move into abundance and live in 5D, It's not just about that, but for you to survive what's coming, if you're still in Babylon, because the worlds are doing this right now. We've hit a crossroads. 5D is going this way, 3D is going this way. You have to heal your trauma, because your trauma is what keeps you in the Babylon cycles. Because you'll be over, you attract who you are. I've said that so many times, family. You attract who you are. Not who you want, not who you aspire to be, not who you'll be one day, who you are right now. You are the magnet of your experience. And so you have to change the coding of the magnet if you want to have a new experience, family. Stop magnetizing filth and broken people and broken promises and broken realities and, just brokenness, toxic, low-level stuff to you by removing anything that is an energetic match with that. And most of the time, family, there's an experience that keeps bringing you back into the Babylon cycle. Sometimes it was something that happened to you, a trauma that happened to you as a child. And then it's been compounded by gaslighting and narcissistic parents, and then compounded by abusive boyfriends or girlfriends and friends. And then, so there's just so many layers, but the core is a childhood trauma that you may not even recognize. But let me tell you, we are in the season, family, where we have the grace and the opportunity to deal with some of these core issues and let them go. 2023 is the year of change. It's also the year of, the chariot moving forward by any means necessary. 7, if you 2 + 2 + 3, 7 is also the number of the Most High, the number of God, the number of incredible grace. Should I say celestial beings? Because some of us, even our minds, cannot even comprehend what God could be. We've limited God to this when He's everywhere, or she's everywhere. But there's so much, especially, I'm so tuned out, family, of all the narratives, what's happening in Africa, what's happening in Europe. It's only the few emails that I get from you, the news articles, because I don't even watch that much YouTube of news or whatever. I'm out of the cycle completely. And what I'm realizing, it's just my peace of mind. It's all here. It's all here, family. And I'm in 5D. But to move even beyond 5D, now I'm dealing with those core issues that are so buried that they just bubble up, in high intense vibrational times, like the full moon or a new moon or something like that. I know I've said so many things in one time, but I hope you pick it all up, family, because the main message is that we're not going to battle Babylon here. We are simply going to go beyond the freaking battlefield, and they'll be battling themselves and destroying themselves. And the only way to do that is mentally, because the spiritual rescue is here. The ancient ones are back. Our celestial galactic family is all around us. But they're vibing high, and some of you are vibing way too low for you to connect. And they can only do so much. It's now time for us, family, to do the heavy lifting. That's what the ancient ones and your spiritual team wants you to know. It's time for us to do that, clear out what needs to be cleared out. Confront in you what needs to be confronted and let it go, so that you don't miss the spiritual rescue that is upon us. Because you can see that They're pushing in earnest the zombie age, but those are stories for other days. Thank you so much to every single person that supports us on Patreon. Consider supporting us on Patreon, family, so that we can bring you more of the awakening news. There are many beautiful things coming down the pipe, if I can say that. So make sure you're subscribed to both our main channel and this channel. Until next time, tuko pamoja.